Welcome to Chronic Love, a supportive space for people with chronic illness. I'm Robin, a psychologist in New York City navigating the fallout of a breast cancer diagnosis some years in. And I'm on a personal journey to join together with others who have similarly found themselves facing life challenges in the wake of chronic illness. Together, with the generous humans you're about to meet, we welcome you into our discussions.
Even before I got sober, 2 years before that, I came out. And so, constantly, unwrapping layers of myself until I was kind of the real me. And I was finally able to I wasn't hiding who I was by trying to tell people that I'm not, my sexual orientation, and I'm not hiding who I was by kind of drinking and creating another world along myself. And then finally I was oh, I'm here. I can be myself. I have the foundations of the life that I want to lead. And then it was boom, cancer. I had a drinking problem throughout college that sort of escalated and got worse. I made a decision to go sober in 2010, and I have been sober since. Alcohol free. It's been 12 years for that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's all to say that for about a year and a half already, I had already sort of wrestled with sort of this idea of changing my life and hope and hopelessness, and finding new ways to cope through that and finding new ways to manage my life. I got to the point where it was 2011, and it was summer. I was writing a little bit more, and so I had something to show for it. I was working out, so I had something to show for it. So I was really expecting to have finally my summer where I finally got it. I was finally where I wanted to be in my new life, basically my sober life. That first year was sort of building it, and then then that's when it dropped. That's when the diagnosis dropped. I felt like I was always on the precipice of having sort of that sort of innocent sort of life. And again, I mean, it's going to feel like I'm an overwritten character, but a lot of that has to do with also because even before I got sober, 2 years before that, I came out. And so, constantly, unwrapping layers of myself until I was kind of the real me. And I was finally able to I wasn't hiding who I was by trying to tell people that I'm not, my sexual orientation, and I'm not hiding who I was by kind of drinking and creating another world along myself. And then finally I was oh, I'm here. I can be myself, and I have my life. I have the foundations of the life that I want to lead. And then it was boom, cancer. And so a lot of it was a lot of that hopelessness of chasing that innocence, and then having it being snatched away a lot.
If you're watching this and resonating with any of this, we just want you to know that you are not in this alone.
Until next time, sending love.
Until next time, sending love. If any of this has been helpful for you, we welcome you to go ahead and to click the like and subscribe buttons. If you'd like to join us for a candid discussion about your experience with chronic illness, or if you'd like to connect to simply say hello, we welcome you to reach out through any of the social media platforms or through our website, and all of our information is listed below.